Today's video is very much going to be bittersweet, as I don't think I'm ever going to be able to play a round of golf with wedges that are either this well crafted or even this expensive. They are now sold, and I'm not going to be that guy. I'll let you know what James has paid for them. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at Donington Valley Golf Club. Actually playing with a couple of mates, James and Tom, the gentlemen that actually design, produce, manufacture these Faro golf hats. So I'll leave a link in the description down below for their Instagram, and also where you can obviously purchase it and what they're all about. Itabori wedges. I've had the pleasure and fortune of meeting a gentleman named Steve, who sold me some clubs and then presented me with these wedges. Have to arguably be the best looking. I mean, the blue could obviously be a bit particular to some people's taste, but in terms of just uniqueness, handcrafted, genuine quality, just something very visually different to the eye when it comes to golf clubs. And these wedges are not cheap. So first of all, I want to thank Steve for letting me loan these clubs for the video, and I do have an option to buy them, but they're not cheap. And also, I have no idea where to start in terms of valuing them secondhand. I know what they are brand new, we'll get into that, but how much does someone pay for a second-hand, beautifully crafted Japanese wedge? So these are made to order, handcrafted in Japan. Mr. Taki, or Mr. Takai, apologies if I've butchered that name. His style is very unique. You see these harsh, brash grindings, brushings, cuttings out of the bottom of the wedge. And it's not just wedges. This gentleman makes irons, woods with the same kind of technique. Very clean and very brushed metal, very raw, but they do look fantastic, I have to say. But I'm scared to hit them, which defines the point of a wedge. You know my thoughts when it comes to wedges. You need a decent technique. You need to do endless hours of practice. You need to hit chip shots off grass, in the rough, below your feet, above your feet, wet, dry, firm ground, soft ground, you name it, before it's even point spending £100 on a wedge, let alone £300 on just the head. I've done some research, I found some pricing. You can get these on eBay, £850 for the set, brand new, built. I've actually had the pleasure of speaking to the gentleman that builds them. Or you can try your luck in getting them shipped over from either America, Europe, Asia, but you'll have to build the club yourself. The cheapest I've found is £250 from Germany, and as I say, that's just for the head. You then need to build the shaft, swing weight, grip, you name it. So they're rare, they're out there, they're unique, and they are very expensive. I'd be lying to you if I said that the first few wedge shots with these wedges weren't tentative, very careful. Almost defies the point of an expensive wedge. These wedges, in my eyes, essentially well, the easiest way I can describe this is fuck you money. They are a statement, they are art. That's exactly how they are described on the blog that I saw from talkgolf.com, is that these are just masterpieces to have in the golf bag. Don't get me wrong, they feel beautiful, they sound great, they're going to give you as much as any other bladed wedge, or I presume when it comes to the irons, will give you, but having that kind of piece of art at the end of the stick, for me personally, just makes it very difficult to play this game with any kind of commitment. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that this is a complete contrast to the regular content I produce. I'm sure I could find a £40 wedge on Facebook or a £50 wedge on eBay and play just as good golf compared to these ones. But that's not the point I see in these wedges, and the excitement when I show them to my playing partners, or just generally have a look online at the photos and the pieces of art that this gentleman produces, just gets you excited. It's just something different. There's tons of golf clubs from TaylorMade, Callaway, Ping that are worth £200 a club, £250 a club. Then you're sharing the same set of golf clubs with 25, 30, 100,000 other people in the world. These are unique, these are hand built, these are very much crafted for yourself, and I can guarantee that anyone, second hand or brand new, that has one of the woods, irons, drivers, wedges in the bag, you're going to be the only one at the golf club with them. It's hilarious to think that the majority of the marketing campaigns from the big brands is that every bounce, every grind is perfectly set, made and steel, so the wedge that you're trying will be exactly the wedge that you get when you play golf, and that makes sense. But then when you go into the stratosphere of 350 pounder wedge from Itabori, they go, you know what, I'm gonna give one of my master craftsmen a grinder, a saw, to carve out a wedge through the bare metal. And once we spent hours and hours cutting away, grinding away, carving away at your wedge, it will look, feel and sound as good as anything else out in the market that's made by a machine. So Simon, tell us, how have you got on with these wedges around Dynton Valley? And to cut a long story short, awful. And you know why? Because I have not been practicing my wedge game anywhere near enough. If it hasn't been practicing left hand or long drive, wedge play has been the last on the list. Now they're a pleasure to hit and I can see, feel and sound the quality of what the wedge is, but I'll show you my bad shots here now. It doesn't matter if I had £1,000 wedge. When it comes to wedge play and you've got different grass, different levels, different height, different grains, you just need to have your eye in, and that's my point. £30 wedge today will be just as good for me as a £250 wedge. That being said, the £30 wedge doesn't look anywhere near as good as these bad boys in the bag. So if you're all about the show and not necessarily about the playing, these are definitely for you. I think I've just gone in a bunker. I think my heart has just dropped. I think I'm in the sand. Didn't think the green was that short on the right hand side. Really don't want to use one of these wedges out of a bunker. Don't think I've committed less on a shot in all my life. Thankfully the wedge is still intact, so I count that as a win. So the all important question at this point is, what do I pay for pre-owned, second hand? Don't get me wrong, they're in good condition, few chips here and there for the wedges, and what is someone willing to pay for a set of clubs or set of wedges that, let's be honest, not many people have heard of? You're basically going on instinct, the feel, the look of something that just catches your eye, because you're not going to be able to try or test these, especially in this country. So it's a very difficult one. Brand new, I can see people are buying these on eBay, sold listings for £850. Pre-owned, what is someone willing to pay? Are they willing to pay the same amount of money as a brand new Coching, a brand new Callaway, a brand new TaylorMade, or even more, or maybe less? I always go on sold listings. That's how I know what a Ping G20 is worth, or a TaylorMade R7 hybrid. But when you haven't got any price structure or any people committing and buying, selling second-hand versions of whatever you're looking to price, it's very difficult to know what the market wants. Being said, I think my playing partner James wants them for himself. So I think I'm going to put Steve and James in touch with each other and they can just do a quick swap over, because these are exceptional wedges. Let's be honest, a piece of art and craftsmanship, time, hours work to actually make one of these, but it is quite an expensive wedge if you've never had the opportunity to hit it and you're just basically going on a wing and a prayer. So I'm going to get James to hit some shots with it now, see what he thinks.
This is one take wonder. Oh, hello.
And just like that, they are now sold. I've rang Steve, and I knew James was going to buy them anyway, because even at the start of the round when I put down my bag and he looked at them and he just said, what are those? And I explained the situation. I knew he was going to hit them. Even if he didn't hit them out on the golf course, he wanted to buy them. So I've spoken to Steve, and the gentleman that's selling the clubs. I want to be good to James and obviously good to Steve, so I'm making no money. I'm just putting the contact together and they are now sold. And I'm not going to be that guy. I'll let you know what James has paid for them, and it's £300. £300, £100 a wedge for them, and Steve's obviously happy for them as well, because it's a question of finding someone that wants to buy them. Now, we could have put them on eBay, seen what they'd gone for, add the fees, everything else, but I'm just not too sure. So let me know what you think on the price of those wedges. £100 a wedge that potentially you've never hit, never tried, never tested, and they are pre-owned. So I'd say that round's relatively successful. Obviously enjoyable playing Donington Valley. I've actually found a home for Steve's wedges, so he's actually quite happy that they've now been moved on, and James is happy as he's now got a gleaming set of wedges that, let's be honest, he's going to have to do a lot of practice with, because anyone that sees those now is going to be expecting wonders to come off the face of them. Guys, if you like this video, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be able to find you a rarer, more expensive, well-crafted clubs for a very long time. See you guys later.
Morning, Tom. Hope you're doing well. Afternoon, mate. Well done on the lesson. And
Evening, Alan. Not a problem at all. And
testing the G30s and the afternoon, gents. On my way to the lockup. Go pick up the Mura iron.